I'm TheCommissar, and we're watching Forged Alliance Forever. And you're asking, what on earth is this? A game on the one, the only Seton's clutch that isn't insanely long? Looks like it. Let's go in and find out what happened. We have the North team and the South team, of course. Let's go in and meet them, starting with North team's air player. North team's air player is SiilentBug. He's 1700 rated and he is playing Seraphim. He's in brown. At the beach position for North team, this is Pants. He's not called Pants, he's called Pants. And he is 2000 rated. He's UEF and he's in grass green. In the forward position on the causeway, this is Foley. He's 2400 rated. He's Cybran in burgundy. And last but not least, for Northern team in the rock position, we have Exselsior, who is 1800 rated in Seraphim. He's playing in dark blue. Mirroring them in the south, the air position is occupied by AkiraFAF, 1800 rated and Eon. He's in mauve. The beach position is occupied by Robogear, who's 2200 rated and Cybran in orange. The forward position, and we can see him walking forward here, is Yu. He's 2200 rated and he's also Eon, and he's in dark blue. And last but not least, we have cZARJc, who is 1800 rated and also Eon, taking the rock position for Southern team. Now, I'd be amazed if you don't all know Setons by now. Big heap of reclaim in the middle, these side islands to pick up, lots of trees full of mass and power, especially for the air player to pick up at the back. Now, we can see that Pants is following the meta in bringing his comm immediately forward to the middle. Robo's chosen not to do that yet, which is quite surprising, as I thought it was pretty much the thing to do these days for the beach player to come through the water to the middle. Meanwhile, Foley is sending a sneaky lab through, which, as well as breaking tree clusters and therefore reducing the available reclaim, could also get some NGs killed. However, it's been seen by a scout belonging to you, but it picks up the scout and scutters on. What a cheeky little lab. Any plays for the side islands yet? Not yet. I'm surprised we haven't seen the there we go. There's the transport for Zar to go over his side island. That looks like a transport under construction as well for Exselsior. And that's the transport under construction for and finished and full of engineers and labs for Robogear. Is that going to try and take this island before Excelsior can get to it? That would be quite nice. Meanwhile, Foley's lab here has found a lab from you, and they're fighting it out, trying to micro it. The flare has better alpha strike, and if it manages to get a couple of hits, it will do the damage. But good dodging, apart from then, from Foley, but Foley kills the lab from you, and he's going to get that lab, that flare, into the back, which is pretty nice. Looks like Robogear isn't going for the island. We have yet to see where he's going, and Excelsior just drops the island as normal. Foley's lab, not stopping to pick up this mech. He wants to get damage done to the air player, who will of course be one of the biggest threats. And the lab creeps in towards the back. Nothing to stop it as yet. Does Akira know about it? You did ping it earlier, but Akira doesn't know where it is. So that could actually pay off quite a bit for Foley, especially if he picks up, say, this engineer. But up here at the top, Robo is dropping, and he's just trying to get reclaim at the moment, I think. Oh, and he's trying to write his name in wall sections. Really, my dude? Really? This engineer will soon see them. I feel that he could be doing something better with these NGs. Down in the bottom, An NG from Akira reclaims Foley's lab before Robo's bomber was able to kill it, but either way, they've dealt with it. Fighting going on in the middle over the reclaim as Pants snags stuff from the enemy's side, and Robo has started coming, but he's way behind, and you will have a bit of a problem. 2 comms on 1. Robo has picked up his NGs and re-dropped them over here, and again he's going to try and write his name, but he's still got those laps aboard, and they're going to be able to pick up these NGs. 1 NG down, 2 NGs down, and 3 NGs down, and Robo reclaims that mech that was almost at T2. Amazing pickup for Robo there. And he's still writing his name. The fight's going down in the middle though. Yu is being pushed back by the double comm action, and Pants has taken some damage, but not as much as Yu has. And as long as Pants can dodge all this mobile arty-fire, he'll be just fine, since of course that's quite slow to hit. Robo finally pops out of the water, and Yu is not happy with him, asking why is he so late to mid. But he will be able to get some hits in on Foley, or even on Pants, which could possibly be the better choice. However, Foley is running his spam past the comms and trying to get damage deeper into Yu's territory. And Yu deep in the red as he is trying to flee into the water from Foley. Bombers out from Silent trying to deal with the NGs. They've killed this one, and they'll probably kill the war NGs. And they do with a bit of a spread fire bomb from the Sinvey. Actually, it's not so much a spread fire as a blast radius. However, this is also brutal. We have a bomber from cZAR, and he has denied the NGs working on this naval factory, and if he's lucky, he's going to get these two as well. Which he does. Nice. That naval factory has been denied, and it's going to give cZAR the chance to get some frigates out here without competition. Spam massing in mid for both teams. Yu is going for gun. He's still quite damaged, but he's hoping that the gun will give him a bit of an advantage as Foley postures, and Robo also retreats to the water. Pants has also started gun, so we're going to have at least 1 gun comm on each side. Foley moves a bit forward. Yu's got the gun then. Is he going to come out of the water straight away, or is he going to try and go for something defensive as well, given his low hit points? You have no HP for guns, says Foley to Pants. He should just see what Yu's done then. And Yu just pops out of the water and starts firing at the spam. But Yu is dangerously low on health. He's back into the red, and he is falling back. Straight down into the water with just 1,000 hit points remaining. He's got a lot of artillery spam, fervors, and he brings them forward. I think with Robo's help, given that both the comms from Northern Team are up here, he's going to be able to hold it. And South Team now have the spam advantage, I think. However, Pants pushes forward. Now he's got the gun upgrade. Foley is staying back, getting T2 on his comm, and a couple of T2 point defences here would lock the place down very well for North Team. However, Pants just goes forward. He wants to get stuck in there. He's got to worry about a decent amount of spam, given how low his health is. But he's doing some good dodging. He's getting good shots off. Yu has simply stopped to get reclaim. Speaking of reclaim, the early reclaim is obviously an important indicator, and reclaim is slightly ahead for the Northern Team. Yu and Robo both look like they're falling back as Pants pushes forward. Yu's getting off a couple of shots on Pants, but Yu is now deep deep into the red, and this spam could be a problem for him. He falls back further, he might even lose this production facility. And now he is definitely falling back, and Foley is able to put up radar with his T2 comm. He's put up a T2 point defense that Pants can fall back to. Looks like this is going to be a decent capture of the middle ground, including all the reclaim that's now been dropped by the spam fight for the northern team. Robo has a bomber going out for this emplacement belonging to Exselsior. There are a bunch of fighters here though, but if it can get a hit on all of this, that is brutal. 9 engineer kills for 1 bomber. That paid for itself more than enough. Great work from just 1 bomber. And the action is back to the middle. You stopped to get shield, despite being, well, it will mean that being deep into the red is less important, but he's still quite far forward to this. He hasn't got that much further to fall back though. He's putting up tactical missile defense back here, and he is supporting his comm with a mobile shield, which I like. And Robo is assisting him to it. He'll be able to finish it quite fast. If Pants pushed, he might be able to force a cancel, but this mobile shield will probably do enough. And Pants is pushing, he is trying to force a cancel. Assuming he actually knows what's going on there. Well, he can see something is going on there. He'll probably guess that's an upgrading comm. And indeed, he's targeting it without seeing it. But the mobile shield is enough, and Yu gets his shield up. He's now in a much better position to fight back against Pants. However, Foley has not been idle as Yu pushes, and there are T2 turrets going up here, as well as shields. More T2 turrets going up. Robo is stopping to get the gun, and Yu is coming forward. He's got the shield, but against this many T2 turrets, plus the spam, plus Pants' gun comm, he may have to be a little more careful than he's currently being, and he falls back a bit. He's taking damage though. This shield will be very helpful. But he falls back out of range of the point defense as Foley is throwing tactical missiles in here. What's he going for? I think he might... There is this tactical missile defense though. I think he's trying to hit the eco belonging to you. Robo's gonna finish the gun, but he's now under surplus fire. He gets the gun and goes straight for stealth, which in my opinion is a mistake, given there were 2 point defenses on him, and he agrees and cancels it. Yu comes forward with more mobile shield gens. I'm enjoying the mobile shield gen play in order to absorb some of the fire and give room for Robo to fall back. However, he is going to have a bit of a problem. The rhinos easily take out the shield gens, and again he's under fire from those point defenses. His shield is good and he's regenerating his health, but he's got to be careful, especially with Pants pushing in on him. And Yu's shield is down. Again, the mobile shield comes in to defend. The micro has been great, but there are now swarms of mobile missile launchers coming in. If they can overwhelm this Eon tactical missile defense, which they can, then this might cause problems for Yu and his eco. This T2 Mex and P-Gen would be a lovely kill, and Foley's main missile launcher takes it out. Amazing play from Foley, knowing that the TMD has been killed. But Yu is now in trouble. He hasn't got his shield, he's got a gun descending upon him, he's got spam descending upon him. He's not going to get out. Boom! Down goes Yu. Our first ejection from the game at 14 minutes. Well played, Robogear, complains Yu. Yeah, surely his fault, says Foley sarcastically, implying that Yu is responsible. I'm not sure that explains what happens right now, though indeed it doesn't conform with the current meta. Pants agrees that he was a lot faster. And Robo is now in the middle, taking fire from Pants and from Foley's mobile missile launchers. Robo's probably got enough to take Pants if it weren't for all his backup, and Pants has a shield now thanks to Foley to fall back to. Pants is surviving. Robo is losing health. And Robo sends in a wave of Corsairs, but Pants is now under the shield. But this flak here might be enough from Foley to stop the Corsairs. And Pants pushes forward as Foley is getting some excellent tactical missile work done here against Robo's mexes. Look at these, they're all just being sniped out. Over here, we have ZARJc coming in with his navy. He's just finished T2, and he's got some pretty forward production, including the HQ. Pants also has T2, but I don't think Pants is paying much attention to it because of his comm doing all the hard work up here. And I think ZARJc has the advantage. Robo is trying to save what's left of Yu's base, but this might help. Akira brings in a pair of strats, and Pants is already pretty heavily damaged. Down he goes into the red as a third strat comes in. Pants is getting ready to start dodging. But he takes an... Actually, he mostly dodges that one, nice. But I don't think he's going to be able to dodge all of these coming in for the second pass. Pants, are you going to survive this? Boom, you are not. Pants is taken out in a big explosion as Foley inherits all his stuff over here. But what is there left to inherit as... these Destros, which is now, well, this one Destro, is now going to be able to just bombard this HQ, not let it build anything, and that will be taken out, and Foley will be entirely knocked out of the water in the northern pond. Despite the demise of his ally, though, he's not doing too badly up here. He is taking a couple of hits from the strats. Well, I say he's not doing too badly, but he's nearly down into the red. His shield pops back up. He's putting up anti-air. Will he be able to survive? I don't like where he's standing. He's standing on the very edge of the shield. Took me a moment to work out what it was called there. Shield, that's it. And over here, he's losing mexes fast as the destroyer is bombarding the old base belonging to Pants. Foley takes some hits as another wave of Corsairs from Robogear come in, and another strat from Akira joins them. Will it be enough to finish Foley off? Boom! Foley is also taken out. Amazing airplay from the southern team. And 3 of the core beach mexes are dead, and it looks like a 4th is soon to fall. Nice play from the south. Now, Foley and Pants are not happy with what's going on there. But over here is where we've got to look. Robo had brought some Destros which are helping coming down Foley's shields for the strats to come in and take the kill. And now he's had to call them back because Exselsior has pushed. Exselsior does have 3 Destros in there, and he's got more coming up along with a cruiser. So this looks actually fairly evenly matched, but we are closer to Robogear's production. Does that mean Robogear has the advantage? Maybe. Let's find out. Feels to me like Robo is in a position to hold. Let's see if he proves me wrong. Meanwhile, here in the middle, Exselsior is streaming in rhinos and mobile missile launchers, and he's even got his engineer trying to lay claim to Yu's old base. Akira is defending with strats, and Bug is, I would say, nowhere to be seen. He's not coming in with these ASFs until just now in order to try and counter the strats. And Akira does have ASFs to defend. He also has gunships which will very much help against this land army. However, I don't think Akira's got enough ASFs, so these gunships might be at risk as Bug wins the airfight. And these rhinos are going to be a problem. We can see ZARJc here in the corner putting up T2 point defense with his comm to defend against this push. And I thought Robo might have enough here to defend, but I think he might have lost so much eco that he doesn't, and the continual stream of units, including multiple destroyers from Exselsior, is going to be enough to take it. I think Robo is about to be broken out the beach position as well. Pants and Foley still arguing about who's at fault. These are now only cruisers, not Destros, and out of all the direct fire from cruisers, Cybern are the best, but they're no match for Destros, especially not now that there are 5 Destros here. And I think that this base from Robo will soon be down and out. We have a lone strat from Akira in the north, and we can see how much damage has been done by the Navy here. We have a lone strat coming in to try and hit Bug's air. Is he going to try and take out the HQ? No, he's targeting this PGen, and he gets a hit on it, and there aren't any ASFs nearby, and these ones are just being ordered over here. Quickly, Bug orders them to come back and try and take the strat, but the second bomb falls. The PGen goes down to just 800 hit points, but the strat stops. I think he was trying to hover bomb, and the strat is shot down, so that's a lucky escape for Bug. Over here, ZAR has built a line of Zui spam factories, and Fervor spam factories. He's not Sever, he's Eon. Fervor spam factories, and he's sending Fervor up into this little expansion here, which had a bunch of T3 mexes. That's going to be quite a loss to the eco here, which Foley had given to Bug, so that he didn't have to manage 3 bases at once. We do have a strat out from Bug as well. He's trying to repay the favour. What's he going to do with it? These mexes are all T2, and so they could be at risk. Boom, down it goes. But as we can see, Exselsior has indeed cleared Robo from the water here. So if I were Bug, I would be letting these Destros do the work against the eco here, and I would be sending my strat down here, hitting these T3 mexes. As it is though, Akira locks on. Bug tries to come past with, but he misses it, and he's going to lose his first strat to these 2 ASFs belonging to Akira. He's got a second strat coming in, but again he misses Akira's ASFs, and again Akira descends upon the strat. The strat does do a bit of damage, and he's able to kill it. So very good airplay from Akira there. I enjoy it. Meanwhile, Excelsior's T1 Arty has got through, and he's hitting these T3 mexes. There's air defenses going up in the form of SAMs, but I don't know if this is going to be enough in time to stop the wave of Arty. It's trying to hit the T3 mexes. A cover go up, but of course T1 Arty outranges T1 point defense. But these were focused on the T3 mechs, and it somehow survived, so no eco lost here for Akira, but only just. Robo's flying his comm. Where's he flying it? Only up here to defend against the spam, but it will be much needed there because of how much is just swarming in. If Robo can get rid of a few of these factories, that would be pretty nice. Now ZAR has hit the same place for North Team with his fervors, but he's actually managed to get some damage done. However, he has killed all those mexes, which is great. However, there are gunships from SiilentBug, and they do defeat the fervor spam, but not before SiilentBug has lost a lot of eco. That said, ecos are remarkably close. There's only like, what, 1% in it? Okay, no, 5% in it, but it's pretty close, is my point. North Team have collected more over the course of the game. If any team would be Hot Team, it would be the South, but North Team have collected more over the course of the game. But a lot of that will be reclaimed from their own destroyed stuff. And more of these fervors are swarming around. Also T1 bomber defense from Bug, which is a good choice against T1 artillery. Robogear is still pushing in the south. There are a couple of nothers from Bug trying to take him out, but he's dodging well. It's also quite easy to dodge Medusa, although out of all the two Anati, Medusa have a bit of spread fat, so they're among the hardest to dodge. However, I think he is going to be able to survive them and just take them out with a few well-placed overcharges. Nothers, while the best for sniping due to Alpha Spike, are also easiest to dodge. However, I say that about Robogear, but this might be a problem for him. Those gunships we saw defending in the north have come down, and they are about to hit him. A couple of ASFs come in from Akira, but there's so many more here for Bug that, boom, Robogear is taken out, and we're now 2v2. Though what did Robogear really have left? Not much, to be honest. That's a huge, huge wave of Nothers from Bug. Where's it going? What's it doing? And we've had some engineers dropped in here for Exselsior who's starting a chicken under the water at the beach. That's pretty nice. We have some shenanigans here, but I'm most interested in these Nothers, of which there are an awful lot coming in. Are they going for a snipe on Akira? They might be. And if they are, what's Akira got to defend? He's got a SAM here. Down come the bombs, but a shield pops up in the nick of time after Akira loses 2/3 of his health, and the SAMs are going to deal with the rest. That was a clutch shield from Akira, as he successfully saved himself from what could have been a very successful snipe from Bug. cZAR finishes a GC in his base. When I saw that notification, I was expecting it to be up here to engage with the push, but no, he thinks that defending against this spam is more important, and given the amount of it, you can see why. Akira is losing stuff here to the advancing wave of mobile missile launchers, backed up by Medusa, backed up by Rhino. He's also trying to reclaim what he can of Robogear's old base, but the mexes are being consistently denied by the Navy from Exselsior. And an awful lot of T3 build power now being dropped in to assist with this chicken. The GC comes forward, and there's gunship defense, quite a decent amount of gunship defense from Akira here. I like this, as it should be able to handle these mobile missile launchers easily. Meanwhile, we can see up here the GC is charging in on the spam, sucking Medusa's up with its sucky hands. Bug finishes Splash on his comm. That's a bit weird. I don't think he has regular gun. No, he's got Raz. So Splash without regular gun when your comm has Raz feels just a little odd. I don't like it. He's building a nuke, and he's got a nuke defense as well. And he's now focusing on this chicken. More build power being shipped in, as the first chicken finishes and the second is immediately killed. This could be a bit of a problem for Akira, this chicken. I don't know if he's actually got anything that can deal with it as Akira. He's put up a lot of tactical missile defense to worry about these Serra cruisers, but there's very little point defense. There's a couple of artillery pieces here, but I don't think that's going to be much of a problem for this chicken, which is just coming forward. How's Akira going to be able to defend from it? Is Akira going to be able to defend from it? It walked forward. We had a little bit of naughty walkie, but they're going back to the water. He wasn't too keen on sending them any further forward, and the GC is just holding the line rather than pushing. Bug finishes that chicken, which will be a good defense, and he'll need it because there's now T3 production here from cZAR, who's got some Harbies up front. However, the chicken will counter those, these gunships will counter those. There's no flak in the mix for cZAR, so he's not going to be able to stop these, and these strats will also do the damage. over here, the chicken has just smashed its way through Robo's old base, and it's going to get to these mexes, all of which are tier 3. That'll be a big loss for Akira. And I still don't see anything that Akira can use to defend against this chicken. Is it just going to walk into his base and kill him? It might. Forward it comes. He's putting up a line of point defense. I actually just pointed at that line of point defense in real life, which is a bit silly because you can't see me pointing. And he sends out strats as his defense. Only 2 so far, but we can see he's building more. Will it be enough? A big wave of scraps coming out from the factories there, but only just now has the chicken been taken out of the green. The scraps come back to another pass. It's got a little bit of anti-air on its back, but not enough to deal with this many scraps. The question is, how much damage can it get done in Akira's base before the scraps and now the point defense take it out? The HQ is here. That would be an amazing pickup if the chicken could take it. It is behind the shield. One pigeon goes down, but the chicken goes down. However, its Ion Storm is still going to be able to do things as the shield goes down. If the Ion Storm takes out the HQ, then Akira's going to be in trouble. And there's a chain reaction. The HQ is down to half health. An immense amount of air production and power generation is taken out. Is the Ion Storm going to do the damage? I think the HQ is going to survive. And these point defences, and especially as the shield goes up, and these point defences will be able to handle the inbound T1 artillery. Up here, that chicken from Bug has gone in for defence, but there's actually a decent amount of stuff against it. Blazes, Harbies, and the chicken is down into the red. Is it going to pop? 600 hit points. There are point defences here, and it gets a rank of vet. Crucially, that chicken is gonna survive. I would say nice defense from Bug, but I think that was more luck than judgment, if I'm being honest about it. Exselsior has a second chicken, but it's not pushing in. I think if that pushed in, it would be able to wreak havoc on Akira, and it had a decent amount of flak in defense. But it's just been bombed out. The flak have taken out a few of the scraps, but I think that Exselsior could have achieved more with that in the base, and as we can see, Akira is rebuilding. And what's this? This is the tactical missile battery coming in from cZARJc. Brutal damage. It takes out the nuke defense. It takes out the nuke. It takes out the reclaim from the nuke. That is brutal. Well, game over, says Foley. Is he right? This chicken is still alive and is still defending, despite being deep into the red. And though he's lost the nuke and the nuke defense, there isn't much mass yet going down. Tactical missile defenses are being spammed up. The shield will help. Bug might be able to hold here, although he has lost a lot of investment in terms of... Oh. cZARJc has played true to his name, and he's built a cZARJc. In it comes. And frankly, I'm not sure that Bug has anything he can do to fix this, and that's an awful lot of strats coming in from Akira to help out. However, Akira doesn't need to stick around. Bug is just smashed by the cZARJc, and the cZARJc will be able to clear up the rest of the air grid. Where are the strats going? They are heading on in, and they're going to hit Excelsior's power and mexes. That's a brutal killer. T3 mechs and 2 T3 P-Gens. And then they head on. Has that chicken achieved anything? Well, the chicken hasn't achieved anything, but here comes another. But this is actually quite a lot of spam, which Akira might have to worry about. However, Exselsior, now the only player for the northern team, is also worrying about the various shenanigans as the strats continue to do damage. They're slowly being picked up, but not fast enough for them to actually make a difference. And the bombers just continue to smash down on North Team's Eagle. The Eagles are still roughly level somehow, I don't know how, but they are. The Tsar is picking away mixes here that we can see. It is losing quite a lot of hit points to these SAMs though, which I don't like, and it's going to just fly away and try and ignore them. In the south, this T1RT continues to come in, and now this chicken might make the difference. There's a lot of point defense, but the chicken is going to be able to do quite well. Now, the chicken is slowly blasting its way through all these things, and with these point defenses focused on the Zoos, the chicken isn't taking much damage. Akira could lose a lot. However, the Tsar is coming in on Exselsior, and Exselsior is under the water. He's putting up those SAMs. The Tsar is taking fire from SAMs on the ground here, sorry for that epileptic zooming in and out. Let's stop there where we can see it all. The chicken is getting into the base. The HQ goes down. That's gonna hurt. However, will it be in time? The Tsar is into the red. I'm not sure if the Tsar is gonna make it. Can it kill Exselsior with its death bomb? But it backs away. It backs away, and its shield is about to recharge, and the SAMs can no longer reach it. That's pretty amazing. And with just 1,500 hit points left, it comes down firing on everything that Exselsior tries to build. And it also has depth charges. It can see him. Will it be able to work through his shenanigans? But Akira's lost everything, but Exselsior resigns. And the Southern team win the game. That was intense and also surprisingly close. Exselsior might have been able to hold there, but the ecos were definitely going in. Actually, were they? After all that damage to Akira, the ecos were evening up again. So, should Exselsior have resigned? Tell me in the comments. No air grids and HQs on either side anymore. The Tsar nearly dead. That was, I think, closer than it looked. Do you agree with the rantings of Foley from the North team and you from the South team, disparaging their allies' play? Who made the mistakes? Do you think there was a way for North team to bring it back? Tell me in the comments below. While you're down there, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and obey. I'm the Commissar, and I will see you next time.